Hello everyone, Welchie here and welcome back to a brand new video on my YouTube channel. And today we've got a very special video. It's not something I've done before. It's actually going to be a Game of the Year episode for a new community that I've joined, a gaming community. So it won't be my personal Game of the Year. I'll be doing one of those videos in a week or so's time. So if you want to look out for that one, please do subscribe to the channel and you'll see that in a couple of weeks. But today is about a community that I joined very recently. I was looking for an online community to kind of talk about games. Stuff like that, and I found Forever Gaming. So this video, Game of the Year episode, will be for the Forever Gaming community. So what I did is I'd been part of the community for a month or so and thought it'd be a cool idea to collect everyone's opinion on their Game of the Year, and I thought why not make it into a video as well. So I went for a nomination process and then a poll process. So everyone could make their vote for their Game of the Year, and we've come down to 7 games I've got on this list. So not a top 10, it's a top 7. There's a reason for that, and that's because we have a few ties. So it's actually a top 4, a top 4 list. One of the numbers has 3 games, one has 2, and then 2 of them are their own on their own number. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the Forever Gaming Game of the Year. Let's start with number 4. So in 4th place, we actually have a 3-way tie. So we're going to be talking about 3 games here. I don't want to make this video too long. I don't want to keep the suspense too high for what the Game of the Year is, but I'm only going to briefly talk about each of these games. First game in the 4th spot is Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars is a game that I personally nominated and voted for, and it will be in a contender in my top 10 in a few weeks' time. Sea of Stars is a game that took me by surprise. I didn't know about it until weeks before it released, even maybe the week of release. Heard it come to Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, but I played it on Game Pass and played it and absolutely loved it. I thought the gameplay was fantastic, and I'm not one to enjoy turn-based games, but I loved it. The visuals were fantastic, the audio was great, art style, everything about it was great, but the story was what I really loved. The journey of the story it took you on is just incredible. I had my own personal dislikes with the ending, but as a whole package, I thought it was absolutely a fantastic game and well deserves to be on this list. I know there was at least another 1 or 2 members in the community that voted for this as well, and well deserved. It's a fantastic game. If you haven't tried it, highly recommend it. As I said, it's on Game Pass and PlayStation Plus. There's not much reason not to at least try it if you have those services, obviously. It's also available on Switch. But it's a fantastic game, and it's made me super excited to see what this developer will do next. I'd love a DLC, but I'm also just interested what game they do next. Next on the list is Alan Wake 2. This is a game that I am gutted to say I have not actually played yet. I've got it, I own it, I just haven't had the time to play it, so it's not in my list. I have a feeling it will be once I play it, so my list will change once I play Alan Wake 2, I'm sure. But yeah, I love the first game. The second game has been 10 to 12 years in the making, and yeah, it looks fantastic. I've seen gameplay, I've seen the visuals, the story is meant to be as mind-bending as all Remedy games are. Obviously Remedy, the developers behind Control as well. Control is a game that I love. Yeah, there's not much I can say about this game other than from what I have heard and what we saw at the Game Awards. It won plenty of different awards. It didn't win Game of the Year, but it won a lot of awards, and it's going to win Game of the Year at different kind of review sites. So yeah, a fantastic game that I can't wait to play myself, and I'm gutted that I couldn't vote for it myself because I'm sure I would have. So the third and final game in 4th place is Diablo 4. Another game that I haven't played. I don't really plan on playing it unless it comes to Game Pass, which it eventually should. Now it's Xbox owned Activision. But a game that I know a lot of people fell in love with this year. I know Diablo is a massive franchise. Something I've never ventured into, but something I might do if it comes to Game Pass, like I said. So yeah, not much for me to say on this one. I've watched some gameplay, it looks great. I know a lot of people get addicted to it, and it can be very fun. So yeah, congratulations to Diablo 4 for coming joint 4th. Now let's move on to number 3. Okay, so the first game in 3rd place is Hogwarts Legacy. I can talk about this one because I played this one at the beginning of the year. Fantastic game. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of hype and expectation for this game, with it being in the Harry Potter universe, and obviously the fandom that comes with that. And I think they delivered. I don't think it's the best game in the world by any means, but I think it delivered a great Harry Potter or Hogwarts experience. I personally think some of the voice casting, voice acting left a bit to be desired, but overall I thought it told a good story. I thought it made you feel like a wizard or a witch, and yeah, the story was good, gameplay was good, nothing spectacular. Flying was great on the broom, and I don't want to spoil anything else in case you don't want to know or haven't played it yet, but yeah, I thought it was a fantastic game and well deserves a spot on this list. Didn't get my vote because you could only vote for 3 games, but I completely understand why everyone else would have voted for it, because it's a fantastic game and yeah, deserves a spot. The other game in third place is one of my votes, and that is Spider-Man 2. Marvel Spider-Man 2, PlayStation exclusive. I am lost for words with this game. I think it's absolutely incredible. I was hoping this would be higher than third, but I'm happy either way. Incredible game. The story is genuinely fantastic in my opinion. I know there's actually some people out there that don't think it's fantastic, but I loved it, every second of it. Happy with that. Gameplay was incredible, the visuals, the voice acting in this game were incredible. It's personally now, minus maybe the Spider-Verse movies, which if they land the third movie is going to be insane, but it's personally my favourite Spider-Man story alongside those Spider-Verse movies, which is, it says a lot because I am a big fan of Spider-Man, so yeah, these games are incredible, and this one just took the first one and blew it out of the water. I think it's fantastic, and recommend it to anyone who's a fan of Marvel, Spider-Man, or just games in general, because it's just fun. It's so fun to play. Highly recommend it. Well deserves its space, and yeah, congratulations Spider-Man and Hogwarts. Let's move on to number 2. So Forever Gaming's second best game of the year is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Not a game I've played. I haven't played Call of Duty in a few years. I will be playing this one as and when it comes to Game Pass, but anyway, this is obviously a highly loved game in the Forever Gaming community. I know they do Call of Duty nights, I believe. They do FIFA nights and Call of Duty nights where they all get together and log on and play together. Yeah, I don't know too much about this other than it always looks fantastic visually, and the voice acting always sounds pretty good. The online multiplayer, I believe this time, was mainly Modern Warfare 2 maps, classic maps, which does appeal to my heart, so it is one I should try out. It's just didn't get round to it. But yeah, understandably, Call of Duty games are always one of the best selling games of the year. I think it actually lost out to Hogwarts last year. But Hogwarts obviously had a lot more time to sell. But either way, understandably a well-respected game, and makes a number 2 spot, which means there's only one left, and that is... So Forever Gaming's number 1 game of the year, like most outlets will have this year, and what won game of the year in the actual Game Awards is Baldur's Gate 3. Again, not one that I have played. I seem to have not played all everyone's favourite games, but yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 has won game of the year pretty much everywhere, and probably will for the most part. Alan Wake 2 might win a few, but it's also a favourite of Forever Gaming community. It's a Dungeons & Dragons game. I don't know much more about it other than that, unfortunately. I know it's made by Larian Studios, and it's been in early access for a long time. Some would maybe argue it shouldn't have been allowed in the... I don't know when early access started, but the full release was this year, so it's allowed as an entry. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have much to say about this game because I have not personally played it, but I understand that everyone loves the story, the voice acting, the choices, the difference in gameplay. Everyone's story is different. It's a game I should try out one day. Whether I will, I don't know. It just doesn't look like my personal cup of tea, but I understand why it is for everyone else. So yeah, that is the Forever Gaming top 7, I guess, games of the year. Sorry, my iPad's just run out. I will list some of the other nominees that missed out, in case anyone in the community wanted their game mentioned at least. One of mine that didn't get enough votes was Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Other games were Lies of P, Starfield, Cocoon, Hi-Fi Rush, Fire Emblem Engage, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Dredge, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which I was surprised didn't get any other votes. I think it got very few. Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun, Street Fighter 6, Payday 3, and Final Fantasy 16. So they were the 20 nominees when you include the 7 that I just mentioned. And yeah, the others didn't get enough votes to really be worth mentioning in the top 10. So yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed this Game of the Year video. Anyone in the Forever Gaming community, leave me your comments, feedback. I know it's a bit frustrating that I can't talk about all the games because I haven't played them myself, but hopefully this was still relatively entertaining for you. Any feedback would be massively appreciated. I'd love to do this again for the community next year. So any feedback you can give me, I can improve it next year. And yeah, other than that, thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do give me a subscribe on YouTube. Like the video as well. It really helps out more than I can tell you how much it helps. And then comment, if you want to comment on the Forever Gaming community forum, that's fine as well. But comments on YouTube would also be appreciated. And yeah, I've links in the description below for my Twitch, which I'll be streaming as often as I can. Currently streaming Dead Space Remake, and we'll be going on to Alan Wake 2 after that. My Twitter, Instagram, everything's under there that you need if you want to keep in touch or want to follow in any way. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, congratulations to Baldur's Gate 3.